When she's in the sunshine, she'll drink tequila and a lime. When she feels like dancing, she'll pay burden every time. When she's happy, she ain't hard to please. She'll choose a cold beer over anything she won't talk about. But I know when she thinks about him, letting her go. She drinks Merlot.
On the things that we loved and thought things would always be those when we woke up every day. What could change? Yeah. When I try, all I want to be alive. All I want to do is trust the fire.
All right. Well, welcome to Texas Music Radio Sunday, live from Goofy's Bar and Grill right here in beautiful Canyon Lake, Texas. And we have got a very, very, very special guest. This is Paul Logan up on stage. It is his very first time to be here, and I am glad to have him and share his music with you. I think you folks are in for a mighty fine treat tonight. And those of you that are online watching, thank you so much. And on the TV stations, we appreciate you. Thank you very, very kindly. And Paul, man, how are you doing?
Howdy, Mark. I'm doing just fine.
It's nice to have you, man.
Well, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is going to be a great treat for the audience. A little break from the regular old, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I'm irregular.
Well, good, man. Yeah, I got to do just a tiny bit of research, and I really enjoy your songwriting style, man.
Oh, thank you.
So and when you had talked to me originally, and I looked over all your stuff, I was like, man, this is something really neat and different, and we listened to the same old, and then when we're doing the chart, we're obviously, and stations are programmed a certain way. And it's fun to experiment and have some fun and do stuff outside of the lines and outside of the box, as they call it. And I love the artists that do that, man.
Well, thank you.
It's really genuine, and it's just amazing, dude. And that's true art right there, man.
I try not to follow rules.
There you go, man. I resemble that remark, man. What's going? We're going to become best friends by the time this is over with. I'm going to tell you what. All right, y'all. Well, without further ado, I'm going to let Paul take over for a while, and we will catch up, as always, with Mr. Paul, of course, about midway, and we'll find out all about him, because I bet y'all are like, okay, well, I want to know more, but let's hear some. Oh, 1 second, Paul. There you go, buddy.
Shake the dust off of my shades, full tank in my Chevrolet, extra shirt and a pair of jeans, same old hat and personal things, same old guitar, smells like wood, leaving while the living's good. Like you knew I would. Mostly drawn toward the west, the east is cool and so's the rest. Come on, shotgun, time to cruise. We ain't got the time to lose. Hat's been on the hook too long. I'm gonna hook my heart to a song. Drag along. Paradise down a dusty road, heaven knows where it goes. Chasing that runaway bull again, throwing my rope into the wind. I've got room, my dream to chase. Texas is a big old place. Don't start burning in my soul. Paradise down a dusty road. Thunderhead is rolling in, harder times will soon begin. Creation packs a heavy punch, this too fast I have a hunch. Colored arch up in the sky, I'll be ready, I'll be high and dry, by and by. Gazing at my destiny, playing with the cards I see. Down and dirty on the earth, lonely roads have golden worth. Swing that pearly gate this way, you know that path is narrow and straight. On paradise down a dusty road, heaven knows where it goes. Chasing that runaway bull again, throwing my rope into the wind. I've got room, my dream to chase. Texas, it's a big old place. Don't start burning in my soul. Paradise down a dusty road. Paradise down a dusty road.
Man, that's a really good song, brother.
Well, thank you.
I like that, man. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, that one, when it comes to being able to talk about songs, that one kind of, I don't have much to say outside of the words of that one.
It does speak very, very loudly, man. I was listening to the word crafting, man. That just beautifully put together, dude.
Well, thank you. Sometimes a song, to me, when I'm writing a song, I feel like it's given to me more than I write it. It's up to me to unpack it. But I unpacked that one, and it seemed like it had several layers to it. to me, and that always, to me, that's where I like a song. Something that can be looked at from several different perspectives.
Absolutely. I think, I mean, you hit a good point there. That is a relatable to just about anybody's song, really.
Yeah, I guess the more different ways you can look at it, the more different people can relate to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Well, cool. I'm looking forward to hearing some more.
Well, thank you. He's on his way from nowhere, easing into town, tasting of the poison, rarely makes a sound. He got eyes for what you got, it's all his to take. Don't say I didn't tell you, tale of the rattlesnake. His gaze is mesmerizing, his words are slick and warm. Wicked ways will have you wrapped up in his charm. When he can feel your heartbeat, you've made your last mistake. You're just another episode, tale of the rattlesnake. Feels so fine. Fools go hold mine. You're so easy to deceive, you're so eager to believe. You've got the blood of Eve, baby, don't be so naive. Can't you see he's a viper? He's looking to forsake. Slip on your leather boots in case you stumble on the tail of the rattlesnake. Feels so fine. Fools go mine.
Man, what a journey, dude. That's some cool stuff.
Thank you. That's about a real guy. I won't say who he is, but I was a friend of his ex-wife. It's kind of the way she described him.
Oh, yeah? That sounds like that could be a very long story.
He's one of those guys that ran up her credit card on cocaines and hooker.
Oh, man.
Not a good thing.
Yeah, man.
But, you know, it makes a good song.
It made a great song, not just a good one.
All right, I'll do a little Cajun thing. My mom was born in Ville Platte, Louisiana, so I was raised on Cajun food.
I was just looking at your calendar here and got that crawfish boil you're playing.
I love crawfish, but I just eat the tail. We met up in the Bayou City at old JW's Redneck Bar. You're making eyes at me all pretty. I'm banging on this old guitar. Your feet, they shuffle to the rhythm. Next thing you know, we tied the knot. I'm hungry for what you got cooking. There's nothing in that gumbo pot. J Fan Shack, how about some crawfish? Louisiana taco, red beans and rice. I know you want to be the perfect woman. Won't you bread these chicken wings and learn to fry? We rode out to Evangeline Parish. I took you to the Bill Platt, do. Man, can't you smell that Cajun cooking? This is what they be, man, don't you know? Then we got back home to Austin. I got a craving, that's for true. Won't you be so kind now, baby? Let's get the party started, a little bit of spicy roux. Jet fresh out, how about some coffee? Louisiana tasso, red beans and rice. I know you want to be a perfect woman. Won't you bread these chicken wings and learn to fry? Fashion, how about some crawfish? Louisiana tasso, red beans and rice. I know you want to be the perfect woman. Won't you bread these chicken wings and learn to fry? Won't you bread these chicken wings and learn to fry?
Yeah, dude, that's, man, impressive, brother. I like how you man, you kind of like, you're molding so many different styles and genres and what you do. It's amazing, dude. It's really cool. And for you to be able to do that, you know, like doing it acoustic, man, the way you're pulling it off, that's awesome, dude.
I think it, you know, I was thinking about, I was talking to another, you know, young guy, young songwriter, that we were talking about, you know, the genre thing, you know, where a musical genre kind of pigeonholes you into a certain type of thing.
It sure does.
When I was a kid and listened to AM radio before FM was really big, you know, FM, when I was a kid, FM radio was just classical music. And that was it. It wasn't even a rock station. It was no FM. It was AM radio. And it was Kilt AM radio in Houston. And they played everything. It was not a, you know, what kind of station was it? Well, it wasn't a kind of station. It was just they played everything. And that's the kind of way I'm, you know, that was left an early impact on me, that you don't have to divide music and therefore people into these different categories. You know, because it's the same, you know, it's the same thing with taking a person and just categorizing people where, you know, if they're this, then they're all these things. You know, same thing with a song. I think that's where music, I think, kind of transcends all that, at least it can.
It got commercialized big time, man. And the impact wasn't just in the industry side on like labels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It got even deeper, man. Like when that 7 and 7 rule went away and the corporations bought up all the radio and TV stations and pretty much have destroyed traditional radio.
Well, if they can keep us divided.
Exactly. You're absolutely right, sir.
They can target us better.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yep. That's a very, very good point. In fact, I'm glad you said that, because I have been doing a pretty much red dirt Texas country straight chart. now for about 3 years.
Yep.
Internet radio chart. And I've had a lot of people reach out and ask, hey, what about this? What about that? Different genres, different styles. And it was always what I wanted to do. But the funding for these things, when it's coming out of your savings, you got to just take it a little bit at a time,
Yeah. And so when the funding comes from somebody else, they want to know.
You're right. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Any millionaires out there, man, come on. Yeah, let's go. And
right.
I can roll out all kinds of charts and all kinds of things because then I can afford to hire some staff. But right now, it's an army of one. I'm going to take a very big leap, and we are going to open up the TIRC is going to have 2 new charts come out, and that'll happen this summer. And you're looking at an Americana chart, and then you're going to be looking at what is going to be called an Texas alt country chart. And basically, that's going to house for now blues, rock, Texas country rock, alternative country. It's going to be kind of an all-in-one.
Yeah.
So there's not such a sub-labeled down genre.
Yeah, that's the one I'd listen to more.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I just got to find the stations, and there's a little bit of work left to do, but I have announced that we're doing it. So
I like it. I like that.
There's guys even in the blues side like Ruben B, man, that I've followed for years that just is phenomenal, at what he does, and Jay Castillo Trio, and there's a ton of them, and they just don't get any recognition, man. In a scene that's completely driven by the red dirt and the,
right.
Or at least that's what they're focusing on, we can focus on whatever we want to.
Definitely more difficult if you don't fit the mold.
Right. So how did you get your start? I mean, this is a good segue right into an interview. We can always play more music on the tail end,
Yeah. Well, I guess I got to give some credit to my elementary school teacher, Miss Gibson, and her name is actually Debbie Gibson, but not the same Debbie Gibson that hit the charts. She's a little younger. Well, I'd love to find Debbie Gibson again someday. If you taught at E.A. Jones Elementary and your name is Debbie Gibson, look me up.
Yeah, in fact. Yeah, that's a good thing. Hold on real quick and we will make it real easy. Debbie, if you're out there, this is like, what did they used to call that in that newspaper, man? What was that? Whether like the love thing?
I don't know. I remember the long distance dedication.
Yeah. We'll just call it whatever, but I'm going to share the screen real quick and I've got the website pulled up here for Paul, and you guys can, of course, go over and check that out. You should see that up on y'all's screen right there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, man.
And there should be a schedule there, and that's a lot easier than me trying to remember it and tell it to you.
Oh, yeah, that definitely makes a difference, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm a little hot on our mics here. All right. Very cool, man. So, yeah, folks, right there. And you just go to PaulLoganBand.com. That's PaulLoganBand.com. And just go on over there. Look, you can go to Spotify. There's iTunes, Reverb Nation. Man, I used to be on that dang Reverb Nation back when I was doing this stuff. And then Facebook, too. And then he's got his calendar right there.
Wherever you stream your music.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. He's got it everywhere. He's been everywhere, man. Yeah. Nice, man. Very cool.
It was Pandora. I was talking about them bad for several years because they wouldn't carry my music, but they do now. So also Pandora.
Really? Why wouldn't they carry your music, man?
They responded. It was funny, because especially based on the conversation we're having about not being, not fitting a genre. I got a response from them that said, we already have enough of that kind of music. And I was always wondering what that kind of music was.
Yeah, me too.
Because that would be it would depend on which song they listen to, because all of them are different.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I've noticed that, and that's one of the things that I'm really digging. Is
somehow they found me. I couldn't get through to them. Somehow they found me later.
Well,
I've got a song kind of on that that it touches on that subject too, about targeting and all that kind of stuff. And it's you know, the idea that you just target with a bullet or an arrow for a bullseye. But my approach to music has always been more of a shotgun blast. So that's kind of touched on in this song.
I like that, man.
Well, the good Lord keeps on letting me learn things the hard way. That's all right with me, as if it mattered. I can see the dream alive, breathing, beating, living life. Same dream it's always been, sometimes it's shattered. Well, a shotgun band ain't no silver bullet. Sugared up rock and roll and flashing lights. Drifting through means living in the spirit. I've seen heavenly days and holy nights on my way home. On my way home. Well, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been down this road before. It's all on the wheel, turning round. Big man likes your singing when the bar tabs are ringing. So come on, put a cold one in your hand. Well, a shotgun band ain't no silver bullet. Sugared up rock and roll and flashing lights. Drifting through means living in the spirit. I've seen heavenly days and holy nights on my way home. On my way home. Used to be a stranger, a clear and present danger. I look you in the eye, we fell into a song. We're all in this together, like birds of a feather. So used to flying with you on my way home. Well, a shotgun band ain't no silver bullet. Sugared up rock and roll and flashing lights. Drifting through means living in the spirit. I've seen heavenly days and holy nights on my way home. On my way home. County on the other side of the lake, down a bumpy, dusty road, 20 miles give or take. There used to be a cotton gin till the railroad passed by. Now lonely ghost town, except Saturday night. Never need the jukebox 'cause the band is always there, finding that old feeling, throwing it out into the air. Don't know where she comes from, another day, another time. When she takes the dance floor, it all seems to rhyme. Golden hair, West Texas angel, dancing through a smoky barroom cloud. Cotton dress flowing, where the neon lights are glowing. Drift into the night without a sound. I sat down beside him, he ordered up one more. stirred it round a time or two, and he looked out toward the floor. I swear that man saw a ghost before he looked at me. I gave a nod, he took his drink, poured it past his teeth. Said he tried to hang on to that little gal dancing round. Now her face is shaded by the brim up on her crown. Somehow her green eyes seem to sparkle just the same, like the stars up in the sky. She's gone before the rain. Golden hair, West Texas angel, dancing through a smoky bar of cloud. Cotton dress flowing, where the neon lights are glowing, drift into the night without a sound. Sure enough, I turned my eyes to where she was before. Didn't see anybody there, just an empty old dance floor. Them swinging doors ain't swinging, they're steady on the hinge. Man, cut time, I thought I heard the dropping of a pin. Somewhere in the misty midnight moonlight far away, there's a golden-haired West Texas legend, so they say. Some say she's an angel sent from heaven above. Others say seen her flying high like a dove. Golden-haired West Texas angel, dancing through a smoky barroom cloud. Cotton dress a flowing, where the neon lights are glowing, drift into the night without a sound.
I'll tell you what, man, up on the screen right now, real quick, take a look there. That is Paul Logan's Spotify page right there. And do him a favor.
I don't know that I even knew I had one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's full of music.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if you're watching on the TV or on the live stream, or you're on the radio station listening, grab your smartphone and put Paul Logan just right in, like that Paul Logan band or Paul Logan.
Well, if you just put Paul Logan, you get this YouTube guy named Logan Paul, because it doesn't notice the order.
Oh.
Because of that, I've considered, and I mean, it's a little late in my career to do this, but I've considered using my middle name, Paul Bryant Logan, because if you do that, it's, but I haven't gone down that path yet, but I could somewhere now.
There might be another way too. He may be doing some SEO kind of manipulation.
He probably is.
With his name and spending some money to get those top results. And
well, he's got more money than I have.
Well, yeah, man. There's organic
That's
ways.
what it comes down to.
Yeah, but you're right, man.
But he doesn't have Bryant as a middle name. So.
Well, sure. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, maybe you should do it, dude. Hey, there's a couple artists that are, they're not young kids, that are having to go through this, man.
Right.
and the more technology and the more people that, get online and are doing stuff online, there's more competition.
That's right. And it's different. It's a change. It's always moving. It's always different, ain't it? I'll do one that,
I was going to say, thank God we have music, right?
Absolutely. I got up one morning, it was probably a Saturday morning after a late night Friday gig. And I went out on the back porch, and my wife was sitting out there on the back porch, and she had actually already poured the coffee into the cup for me. And that doesn't happen all the time. How cool is that? And, there's always a guitar sitting there. So I just sat down and started picking this little thing. And she said, "I like that song. What is that?" And I said, "Well, I was just making it up. It's not a song." She said, "Play it again." And so I started playing it, and I just started making up all these words, and I didn't know it, but she had hit record on her phone. And after doing it for a few minutes, I said, man, I wish I'd have written all that down because I'm going to forget it now. And she said, well, you don't have to. I just recorded it all. Oh, how cool is that? And I listened back to that recording, and sure enough, that recording was about probably 75% of this song, just because that recording was made. Anyway, this one's called Good Morning. Good morning, my darling. You're my sunrise. I see it rising in your eye. Up early, had the coffee on before I woke. Your day-breaking smile fills me with hope. Let's make it a day together, one we'll remember forever. Let's climb out on a limb. I know a creek we can jump on in. Let the clear water wash away our blues. Let's load up the RV, head on out toward living free. Maybe on the way to Louisiana, stop and make my move. Maybe Lake Charles too. Shuffle our feet around like we used to. Hey, what do you say? Let's up and fly away. This old porch will still be here when we come home. Let's make it a day together, one we'll remember forever. Climb out on a limb, turn it loose, take a swim. Let the clear water wash away our blues. Or we could roll them southwest, camp out on the crest, where the Pecos River meets the Rio Grande. We still have the time, got an old bottle of wine. We could build a fire before the nighttime falls. Hey, what do you say? Let's up and fly away. This old porch will still be here when we come home. Good morning, my darling. Thank you, studio audience.
Yeah,
Cool as
man. Yeah, that's always
I can hear my buttons ringing on my guitar. I'm gonna roll the sleeve up.
okay. Quick question for you.
Sure.
So, how did all of this start? Give me the history, man. I want to hear the story.
Well, when I was in high school, I met some. Well, I remember I was looking for a bass player. I thought I need to find a bass player because I play guitar, and so I met a guy named Davin James, and he and I got together and started playing music, and then, one thing after another. He knew somebody, I knew somebody. We ended up with the band called the Diamondback Band. Scott Walker is another of the Diamondback Band. My brother was the drummer. And it was kind of the right group of people. We found a good fiddle player, and we just started playing the teen night things, and the high school would show up. And so we started inviting other high schools. We just kind of accidentally stepped into a pretty good crowd real early in life. And so that painted a real inaccurate picture of how easy the music business was later on. So over the years, I played in college in a band called Texas Questions. The band was called Texas Questions, and another band for a little while, it was called, well, I had the nickname Porchlight Paul, and it was Porchlight Paul and the Rodeo Mosquitoes. College for a little while. And the name of the band kept on changing, but the music was the same, the songs were the same. So eventually I just said, well, I just need to call it Paul Logan Band. That way I don't have to keep renaming it each time musicians change.
Right. Oh man. You know, I can remember that fun. I like to call it herding cats with a wet rope. And that's what it is to have a band and be.
I got some real cool, loyal guys with me right now.
That's good, man. It's tough, dude. It takes a lot of time, doesn't it, man? Tell these young artists that, man, they just want it so fast, Paul.
Oh yeah, you got to make it so easy on your band. You just have to make it compelling enough. They have to love your music first off.
Amen.
You can't pull musicians in. There's that. They got to love your music, and then I think it was one of the jazz greats. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Miles Davis or something like that. Said, in order to keep a band together, you have to have a gimmick of some kind. My gimmick is I pay them money.
Yeah, hey, that's a great gimmick. Yeah. You hear that out there, folks. Yeah, if you want to keep your band together, yeah. The gimmick isn't, hey, we get a free bar tab everywhere we go play and we don't make any money, but man, dude, did you see all them chicks? You know, that's fun when you're in your 20s, ain't
it? So another thing, I had an aunt, still have an aunt named Sandra, who was a great singer. She sang in a band when she was young, and she taught me how to sing harmony. I guess she modeled singing. She sang harmony with me. I'll put it that way. And she and my other aunts, Sandra and Ginger, they'd get together and they'd sing and they'd say, okay, we're going to be singing harmony, so you have to sing real loud because we're not going to sing soft for you. You have to sing loud enough so they can hear you sing when we do. And so that kind of taught me about projecting. So I wrote a song when I was about maybe 14 or 15 years old about Bandera. We always took a family vacation out there to the dude ranches in Bandera. And so I wrote it, that probably one of the first songs I ever wrote. And I went to Archie Blues, Silver Dollar Saloon, and of course my aunts went to Archie Blue and said, hey, you have to let our nephew sing this song. He wrote a song about Bandera. So the band took a break, and they convinced me to get on stage, and I got up and played it. And as I was playing it, the band was still sitting there. And I got about a verse into it, and the steel guitar started coming in. And I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. And I kept playing a little bit, and the bass player found his part in the guitar. And then the next thing I know, the whole band was playing my song. I didn't see that coming. And so I was sold from that point on. So I'm going to do that song. This one's called Bandera, Hometown in My Soul. It's still on some of the jukeboxes out there in Bandera, by the way. I wrote it that long ago. Well, I wasn't born in Bandera, but it feels like home. That little old town's made it through many a storm. May not go there often, but if I could, I would. If you've never gone there, you should. Slip on your boots and walk through the country hills. Don't worry about writing checks, paying off bills. Saddle up your horse and ride him through that little old-time ghost town. Forget about the life you left behind. Bandera, I can't stay there too long. Too many things I gotta do. Gotta go sing my song. You'll always be a retreat, be a place where I can go. You'll always be my hometown and my soul. And there's a town where I learned how to ride a horse.
And when I wasn't riding with Grandpa, I'd sit on the porch. He'd pour himself a toddy. We'd talk about nothing at all. Then I'd hear that morning bird start to call. It'd sing that same old song every day, like he wanted me to climb that tree and play. And the longhorn steer up there playing king of the mountain, daring me to climb up after him. And there, I can't stay there too long. Too many things I gotta do. I gotta go sing my song. You'll always be a retreat, a place where I can go. You'll always be my hometown, my soul. Well, armadillo hunting is more than just a sport. They're easier to find than the Northern Star. And at night the town lights up at Archie Blue's Silver Dollar Saloon. If you're taking a dip, you better bring your own spittoon. Well, leaving Bandera, Texas is not easy. Saying bye to a town that always seemed to please me. As I'm riding away, I know that I'll be back someday. Back to Bandera, Texas, USA. Back to Bandera, Texas, USA. Back to Bandera, Texas, USA. I'll be back to see you again someday.
Oh, yeah, brother. Nice, man.
I wrote that when I was about 15, I think. I finished it when I was about 15.
So, favorite gig you've ever played? Is there one that really stands out, or maybe there's more than one? But
Oh man, there's several that just bam, bam, bam popped in my head when you said that. One of them was Antone's in Austin, opening for Dennis Quaid and the Sharks. And the cool thing about it was the people in the audience. You know, I'm never one big about, you know, being seen at the party, but that was a being seen at the party, and it just kind of is the first one that popped in my head because, I mean, Mick Fleetwood was there and Sandra Bullock, and I mean, on and on and on from there.
that's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just pretty amazing having those folks in my crowd.
Did opportunities like that? Let's talk about that for a minute. You know, we have a lot of I like to call them freshmen that are coming in on the scene.
Yeah.
Doing their first, you know, like radio releases
And
or
it's
their first big
encouraging.
things.
It's encouraging too. There's
Man.
a lot of new music. There was a while there where there was kind of no music. It seemed like the music died for. I'm with you.
And it's cool, but man, there's so much that, like, I feel like sometimes like kind of botherish, you know. I'm like, man, whatever you do, don't do this. And I just remember when I was that age, I wasn't listening. I heard you, but I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But God, it just some of them, and the ones that do,
Yeah, I listen to some people. There's definitely some people I listen to.
yeah. But I mean, there again, man, it's just it's incredible. Just the amount is just so much more than even when I was, you know, doing this and started doing this. It was like the competition's fierce, man. You better have your, you know what, together.
It helps.
Yeah, and be professional about it. And if you're lacking somewhere, if you need a little bit of, you know, you're new to it, so don't be afraid to go get some vocal lessons. Don't be afraid to take guitar lessons.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to write with other people. They're not going to steal your stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not going to hurt you to get good.
No.
I'm still trying.
Yeah. Learn every day, right?
That's right.
That's it. You do learn. You get taught a lesson every day. If you really look at your day.
And you can learn something from everybody.
Amen. You're right about that, brother.
I can still, I've been playing for 40 plus years now. I can still learn something from somebody that picks up a guitar the second or third day. They're doing something that's interesting to me usually. I mean, it's because everybody has some kind of, physically they reach this note their own way. And it's like,
That's crazy, isn't it, man? You're right about that, though. They do. Everybody has a different touch style when it comes to playing that guitar, man, or even a piano or a bass or any of it. It's like a little signature, like DNA, baby.
Right. Well, I'll do one that's, I'll kind of switch gears for a minute here. And this is one I went with some friends out to the International Championship Chili Cook-Off in Terlingua when I was in, this was about 1984 or 5 or something like that. And, just the sheer shock of Terlingua in those days. It's not like it is Terlingua now. Most people know about Terlingua now. In fact, songwriters are kind of pulled out to Terlingua now in, large numbers. Well, back then they weren't really. It was still pretty much a ghost town. And so anyway, long story short, after my experience out there with Terlingua and the solitude of it and all that kind of thing, learning about the Indians out there, learning about the way the early Indians had this, some of the, Comanche and Apache idea that the dream world is reality, and what we dream, and what we see when we're awake, that's an illusion. I don't know about all that stuff, but it kind of found its way into this song. This one's called Comanche Dream. First time I played this one in front of anybody, I think, was laying out on 118, just laying on the entrance of the Big Bend National Park in the middle of the night, looking up at the stars with some of the locals singing this song. And I said, tell me if I get any of the facts wrong in this song. And it passed the facts test with them. So. Take me to the place where I can dream once again, said the cosmic cowboy, stepping out of line. Set me down on a dusty rock near the Rio Grande. I'll tap you out a song with a stone one more time. Tell me a story about Comanche. Was this dream his? Is it mine? Well, the cosmic cowboy's friend, he took a deep breath full of pine tree air, said, I'm going west, son. How about you? One November weekend simply cannot satisfy all my longings to dream. How about you? I'll take my time in the Cunha to be señorita too. Well, pack them saddlebags with Lone Star and get that super glide. I'm going to a place that you can see from Mexico. Going right on into the known center of the universe. They call Terlingua. Rest your mind, let the time flow. Sing me that song about Comanche.
Was this dream his? Is it mine?
Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate the
sir.
studio audience.
Yes, sir. Well, I think Paul, I think we got time for two more, and then we'll make that transition. And I want to thank you so much, sir. I have found some new treasure.
I appreciate you having me here.
And I've already spotted a couple of tunes that I'm going to go ahead and add into rotation for you on the station.
All right, I like that.
And once we get that other chart up and running, man, definitely make sure that you're submitting to those stations, and I'll give you a heads up when it's all coming together.
Cool, I like it.
All right.
All right, this one was inspired by a little fishing camp Grandpa had out in East Texas between Woodville and Jasper. That's he caught on a trot line. He caught a 45-pound catfish, and so that picture of him holding that Polaroid picture of him holding that catfish is where this song started. Morning haze was giving way, Southeast Texas sun, lifeless at the end of Grandpa's road. Badger home. News spread like wildfire through town, Bluff and beyond. By dinner time, a crowd was standing there, looking on. Told the story several times, didn't seem to mind. Half in Cajun French, without a single lie. Just before the moon fell away across the lake, my third cup of coffee, lumps and cream, I'm wide awake. The air was still, I shot across the glass before daylight, through the mouth of the Natchez, up a ways and to the right. It was a matter of time, and he knew his time had come. He's pulling hard on a trot line, but he was not the only one. Those days Grandpa had too many tomatoes to go around. Wisdom like he had took a lot of seasons tilling ground. Me, I got a picture of 45 pounds of catfish on a rope and a razor sharp eagle claw dangling in the muddy water with a chunk of soap. Town Bluff was waiting for a story once again.
Who better heat that grease than the next of kin? At Evan Rude, spitting smoke, turning up the mud, scraping on the cypress stump. It's Kunax in my blood. Yeah.
I like those effects on that effects pedal of yours there. That was cool, man.
Yeah, I have to.
I hope you rookie. I hope you
de-effect it before I do it.
I know, right? Hope all you rookies out there watch that little there trick. You can always rewind this.
You got some effects on your left hand up here, right here.
That's it. We're going to start giving guitar lessons with Paul.
Okay, one more, right?
Yeah, what you going to do for the last one?
Let's do one. This one was inspired by a fish fry, an East Texas fish fry. When was the last time we all felt in this way? Celebrating God's green earth, drinking to the day. Well, it's been quite a while. We're busy sons of guns. Well, time it flies just as fast when you ain't having fun. Gonna find your zip code, cross your county line. I'm talking about a deep south fish fry, smoking whatever you bring. On the barbecue pit stop campfire, pick a song, whatever you sing. When the sun goes down, come on, gather round. Leave it all behind, let the big moon shine. Trudging along in your direction, ambling along, making tracks your way. Life's too short, you only got too many moons. Let's pick it up where we left off, let's open up a brew. Gonna find your zip code, cross your county line. I'm talking about a deep south fish fry, smoking whatever you bring. On the barbecue pit stop campfire, pick a song, whatever you sing. When the sun goes down, come on, gather round. Leave it all behind, let the big moon shine. I'm talking about a deep south fish fry, smoking whatever you bring. On the barbecue pit stop campfire, pick a song, whatever you sing. When the sun goes down, come on, gather round. Leave it all behind, let the big moon shine. Leave it all behind, let the big moon shine.
Oh, yeah. Y'all make some noise for Mr. Paul Logan.
Thank you. Appreciate it, studio audience.
Well, thank you so much for coming out and doing this, man. And we will definitely be calling you to have you back, my friend.
Thank you for having me, Mark.
Yes, sir. We're going to take that pause for the calls, y'all. We will be right back in about 10 minutes with Mr. Gus Clark up next. All right. Y'all behave yourselves for just a minute. We'll be back.
Getting over you keeps dancing with your memory like moonlight on the beach, holding on for dear life with each and every beat. Damn this out of mine for making me feel like this whole world time. They really won't let me let go, and it sure won't let me die. Driving me insane. It's almost like it knows every song you used to sing. Damn this empty hallway and all the pictures on the wall. Damn every dream we lost, money most of all. Damn this out of mine for making me feel like this whole world time. They really won't let me let go, and it sure this whole world time. They really won't let me let go, and it sure won't let me die. Down this heart of mine. the piney woods. There's a redneck shack on an acre track with a sign that's understood. Says secured by Smith and Wesson. Trespassing, you be shy. There's a dog on the porch just in case they miss that goes by the name of Spot. But if you're there to visit and have a good time, lock it in the polo, put your foot on the floor and hang on tight. Swamp City riding down the road, members only allowed. Want your hand with these old boys, you're in and out. Don't worry, don't application, just don't need invitation. Want your hand, you're in for life at the Swamp City riding down the got whiskey, willow, wine, shining, blaring out the radio. Fishing poles and a tackle box, loaded up and ready to go. Four-wheel drive, some big mud tires, and an ice chest full of beer. With a sticker on the back that says piss on change, and have no fear. Beer bong in the backyard, a backstrap on the pier. With a neon sign that says hold my beer, yeah, watch this shit. Swamp City riding down the road. Want your head with these old boys, you're in and out now. Ain't no application. Swamp City riding the club, members only around. Want your head with these old boys, you're in and out now. Sorry, no application, just don't need invitation. Want your head, you're for life at the Swamp City riding the club. Want your head, you're for life at the Swamp City riding the club. We just turn that TV on. 315 channels of nothing but bad news on. Well, it might be me, but the way I see it, the whole wide world is gone crazy. So, baby, why don't we just dance?
Oh yeah. We're coming. Gus is tuning, y'all. Just give him a second there. It's because he cares. I promise you.
Well, I had it tuned to Seguin. Now I got to tune it back to Canyon Lake.
Hey man, that's a real thing. It really is.
I know people think I'm being a smartass. Shit, try going to Houston. It's like, I swear everything's a half step different.
Oh, the humidity. Yeah. Yeah. Gus Clark, how are you, my friend?
I'm A-OK, man.
What you been up to?
Swapping radiators in my van and
Man,
playing country music.
Bro, every time I talk to you, you're doing something to that van.
It's a good van. It's just got 175,000 miles on it.
It needs that. It's at that TLC time.
Yeah, it's just when you put like 35,000 miles a year easily on it, you got to do stuff.
Yeah. 35,000. Woo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe more some years, huh?
Yeah, I think I put 2 years. I think I put about that on it. I've only had the thing for 2 years, but it's been good to me. And fixing to hit the road again in June with the full band, go all the way out to Reno and Colorado. And I got myself a little gear trailer, try to keep the boys more comfortable and the gear secure.
What? Moving on up, man.
Trying to. Just when every time there's like some sort of rule in the music business, when you feel like you're starting to make a little money, you better hurry up and spend it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you can't hold on to it, man.
It's never yours, man. It just enables you to do the next thing.
That's it. It's always reinvesting, isn't it? Into the brand. Yeah.
Yep.
And hey, man, it can get cumbersome. This isn't for everybody. I can tell you that.
Not at all.
Yeah, man. Because I'm sure you've been through it too. I've had those times where I'm like, man, what am I doing again?
Oh yeah, those moments, those days where you're like, what have I done? What have all my decisions led me to?
What have I done?
But then you go play for people and you make that real connection and
you're over yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and it feels bigger than you, and you feel like you're doing what God put you out here to do. So.
Amen, man. Well, let's do that. What God put you here to do, Russ.
City folk all say that I'm too country because of how I walk and talk and smile. I don't mind them laughing in the city, but the country folk all think I'm city-fied. And the fighting men, they say that I'm a coward, 'cause I'll never push no one around. Gentle people call me a troublemaker, 'cause I'll always fight and stand my ground. It's funny I don't fit. Where have all the average people gone? Some pious people point and call me a sinner, but aren't we all? 'Cause to them I've never seen the light. Other folks think of me as a preacher. I'm just doing what I think is right. And the rich folks, well, they say I'm just a hobo, 'cause I'm broke and hungry singing these mournful songs. Poor people think that I'm a rich man. Really, I'm just trying to get along. It's funny I don't fit. Where have all the average people gone? The government has given me a number just to simplify my birth and life and death. Still my woman thinks I'm awful important, like sun and moon and sky and sea and breath. It's funny I don't fit. Where have all the average people gone? It's funny I don't fit. Where have all the average people gone? Honey, it's funny I don't fit. Tell me, where have all the average people gone?
Thanks.
I needed some Gus Clark in my life.
I like to hear that, Mark. It's good to see you.
Starts with a simple melody. You get a friend to add some harmony. It's just an old tune from way in the past. Not too slow, honey, not too fast. You just sing a song, sing with me. It's okay if you're a little off key. If the words are wrong, honey, that's alright. Sing with me, oh yeah, we could sing all night. Just like a choir in church on a Sunday, like a miner back to work on Monday. Mama singing around our old home. Feels like something that you've always known. So just sing a song, sing with me. It's okay if you're a little off key. If the words are wrong, honey, that's alright. Sing with me, oh yeah, we could sing all night. Well, it'll lift you up, never let you down. Put on a smile where you once held a frown. It's all we need, honey, you just never knew. Sing with me and you won't feel so blue. You just sing a song, sing with me. It's okay if you're a little off key. If the words are wrong, honey, that's alright. Sing with me, oh yeah, we could sing all night. Sing a song, sing with me. It's okay if you're a little off key. If the words are wrong, honey, that's alright. Sing with me, oh yeah, we could sing all night. Honey, we can sing all night. Yeah, we're gonna sing it all night.
Yeah. Well, you're listening to Texas Internet Radio or watching on Texas Internet Music Television, or you might even be watching a live stream, or you're actually here as part of the live studio audience. Wherever you're at, thank you for tuning in. And make some noise for Mr. Gus Clark, even if you're at home in the bathroom.
I'm great music for when you're in the bathroom.
Stop. I just had to call. I know there's someone on their toilet right now watching this.
Well, the amount of business that gets done in this world while people are doing their business.
I'll tell you what. I think I'll buy that there swimming pool you pitched me.
I just gotta send this email real quick.
Yep. Let me hit buy now on this pool so I can drop the kids off.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Unfortunately, I do. There's a little song I wrote about riding motorcycles.
With the black top flying by beneath my feet, about as happy as a working man can be. You can count up all the bugs stuck in my teeth. Life behind bars never felt so free. And now I'm lane splitting, back road hitting. She's running fast and clean. A country road, me and my machine. When it's two wheels twisting down that two-lane road, it eases my mind, lightens my load. Now I'm racing the sunset to them hills. It's hit the curves on my sweat that keeps giving me chills. And now I'm lane splitting, back road hitting. She's running fast and clean. The country road, me and my machine. 60 miles an hour through those pines. The worries of my day get left behind. And I'm proud to say that I'm cruising on something I built. Oh, but man, that's a whole lot of work trying to get myself killed. And now I'm lane splitting, back road hitting. She's running fast and clean. Country road, me and my machine. I tell you, I'm lane splitting, back road hitting. She's running fast and clean. A country road, me and my machine. I said just a country road, me and my machine.
So, I know you've been busy overhauling your van again.
Oh, it wasn't so bad. It was just a rainy day, crawling around in the mud.
Sounds like, well, you know what? When was that? Yesterday or today? Yeah,
A few days ago.
Oh, a few days ago. Okay. After the mudslide?
Yeah, it was what, Friday?
Oh man, dude, I'm sorry,
Thursday,
brother.
Friday.
Dang.
It was funny. I'd had a coolant leak, and I stopped at the O'Reilly's. I was like, I'll throw some more antifreeze in it. And I found where the leak was, and it's a little plastic nut. And I went to tighten it by hand, and it just crumbled. And I was like, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Hate it when that happens.
And like everything else these days, you can't just replace the one part you need. You got to buy the whole damn thing.
Oh, kid and caboodle. Unless you own a junkyard.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. I feel it. You know, speaking of which,
Things keep breaking like they have been. I'll own a junkyard in no time.
yeah, I was in the midst of cleaning the aviary today, the spring cleaning, as it were.
Oof.
Yeah, no, I took 3 showers before I came here. You know, I was like, man, these birds, I love y'all, but Jesus Lord. You know what? People don't realize how much dust that a bird produces. There's certain species of them that produce more than others. Cockatiels are notorious for lots of dust.
It's a dirty bird.
You know, dirty bird. I think I'm gonna name all dirty bird now, if I can get away with that. But I wanted to tell you something because I know you're busy working on your car forever, or van, overhauling the van, getting it ready for the next mystery machine adventure. With
My next disaster.
Disaster, here it comes. All right. So this summer, the TIRC is going to open up 2 new charts.
Nice.
You'll have an Americana chart, and then you'll have an alt country, which will include all swing, classic.
So what I would
everything.
call country.
Yeah, exactly. I should have just called it the Gus Clark chart, right?
I like that. The Gus Clark Memorial chart.
Yes. In honor of the former Gus Clark.
It's terrible.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but I you know, man, I'm tired of watching all the other music that's here in Texas, and there's new stuff being made, and they're not getting any.
Well, it's funny how divided it is. You know, you got so many people that like all that kinds of music that might hear from the radio pop country to the like more sort of rock and Texas country stuff to then like the old school traditional stuff. And those of us that are keeping that tradition, a living, breathing tradition. And it's like there's these weird divisions. Nobody knows what to call anything. It's like all separated. There's a few artists that I think it's really their help. You know, what does they say? Rising tide raises all ships, you know?
Yeah.
So when I see people like you Coulter Walls or your Tyler Childers or your Charlie Crockett's, it's like, it's good for everybody, you know? Like, because there is, you know, I talk to a lot of people. They're like, "What happened to old school traditional country?" I'm like, "It's alive and well. You're just looking in the wrong place." You know,
Well, it's getting other stuff's getting crammed down your throat, is what it is.
turn off mainstream corporate radio. You know, if that's not your thing, you know, if that's your thing, by all means, you know, to each their own. Whatever brings you joy. If you want to hear somebody just talking about, you know, shaking your ass or whatever, that's fine. But there is, especially here in Central
Pimps
Texas,
and hoes, man. Come on, write a song about it.
that song's been written too many times. But no, I mean, right here in Central Texas and all over the place, there's so many people in their 20s and 30s and 40s that are doing, you know, modern traditional country and Western swing and whatever you want to call it, Americana, songwriter stuff. It's alive and well. There's a whole ton of us out there. So,
well, good. I want you to help send them over my way.
and there's room in this world and in the scene of people that appreciate live music. There's room for everybody. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be. I mean, that alt country chart will cover blues. It will cover everything, dude.
Yeah.
The rock, everything. Just no hip hop, man. I'm just not doing a chart about that. I'm not.
They got the rap country thing already, man.
Yeah.
And again, that's fine. You want to do that, whatever.
Yeah. Go do it in Nashville.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For centuries, it was all just land, divided up by mountains, rivers, and sand. You showed up with a gun and a shovel. That's what started this world of trouble. Some gave in, some left their homes, some stayed and fought, some died alone. Your face looks different from mine, from another place, from another time. If you weren't here, we'd all be fine. But you made the rules, you crossed the lines. Built your cities on our bones, penned in like cattle, nowhere to roam. Put up your fences so you can't see what it looks like to live like me. And you run me out of another town, but I just keep walking. You can't bring me down. Your face looks different from mine, from another place, from another time. If you weren't here, we'd all be fine. But you made the rules, you crossed the lines. Listen close, you can hear the sounds of ancestors gathered round. I rest my head on sacred ground, but you say I'm heathen, not heaven bound. 'Cause your face looks different from mine, from another place, from another time. If you weren't here, we'd all be fine. But you made the rules, and you crossed the lines. If you weren't here, we'd all be fine. But you made the rules, you crossed the lines.
Oh yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah. What is what is going on with you as far as all of that good stuff, man? Are y'all recording anything?
I
Getting
got
ready to?
I got a few days scheduled towards the end of July. We're gonna hit the studio again, try to cut another record.
Man, look, perfect timing. And with that new chart coming out, all of you guys that have had to wait and girls that have had to wait patiently for something to come along, you're going to have all of that material that you haven't released to radio that you'll have the opportunity to do so. So, yeah, as long as it's never been released, you can consider it a radio release to that chart.
Yep. I'm into it. I'm into it.
Oh, and it won't cost you 10 grand a song.
I like that part.
Yeah.
Blood from a stone, man. I have to write that one.
Yeah, you do. I task thee. And I wanted to have that. I know you wouldn't write it any other way, but I wanted to have that Gus Clark attitude. Yes.
I hope I die young. I hope I die young. If not too old to die young. I stay out late, stay up all night. I wake up in the morning, and my head ain't right. So damn my liver, yes, and damn my luck. In a whiskey river, honey, I'm just a diving duck. I hope I die young. I hope I die young. If I'm not too old to die young. I hope I die young. I hope I die young. If I'm not too old to die young. And they say burn out before you fade away. Well, I'm burning my candle at both ends every night and day. I don't get much rest. I guess I'm just too wicked. I got a bad habit, can't seem to kick it. So I hope I die young. I hope I die young. If not too old to die young. Said I hope I die young. I hope I die young. If I'm not too old to die young. Mm-hmm. Here's an old song that I didn't write about a bank robbery. See him ride that pinto pony underneath that Texas moon. See him shoot the banker down. See them chase him out of town. Man, I'd like to have that pinto pony. See him kiss the senorita underneath that western sky. See the posse closing in. They got a special rope for him. Man, I'd like to have that pinto pony. see the shootout in the cantina. Far below there's Rio Grande. See him hanging from a Douglas fir. See the preacher take his silver spurs. Man, I'd like to have that pinto pony. I say, man, I'd like to have that pinto pony. Oh, man, I'd like to have that pinto pony.
It's a Paul Siebel song.
What was that? Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to get.
That's a song, Mark.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Karaoke?
Don't worry.
We're doing karaoke night now?
No, man, I was just messing with you.
How dare you?
Oh, come on, man. That's the first time I think I've ever done that to you. I like it. I'm starting to get comfortable, man.
When I was like a little toddler and couldn't quite walk, apparently I would go around singing that song at random strangers.
Really?
Which was met with like some like, oh, and some like, shut up, kid.
Like, I'm not happy, kid. Stop it.
Having a bad day.
Have you ever had to pay taxes, boy?
Here's another new one.
Love don't play by the rules. She's been played for a fool. She ain't crying anymore. She right back out on the dance floor. I think it's time she settled up the score. She's been left lonely before. Oh, she's been left lonely before. She ain't known for running round like them playboys playing games all over town. She been hurt more than twice before. Keeps falling in love with the boy next door. Needs something more. 'Cause she's been left lonely before. She's been left lonely before. It's a tale as old as our time. Another good woman left behind. Oh, but she is no stranger to a heartbreak. She's taken all the hurt that one little heart could take. Oh, but she ain't crying anymore. She's out there by herself, spinning round on the floor, looking for some more that ain't no joke. 'Cause she's been left lonely before. Yeah, she's been left lonely before. Oh, she's been left lonely before.
What a jam.
Thanks, man.
I see you have a topo too.
Topo the morning to you.
Oh, topo the morning.
I like me a topo at good old Dirtwater.
Oh, yeah, baby. Makes me feel like I'm crossing the River Jordan.
You're shooting off at the mouth, going off half-cocked. Yeah, you just keep buying rounds and taking cheap shots, barking like a big dog in this one-horse town. Think you're the life of the party, but you bring everybody down. Just a lonely man, got a lot to prove. Say you got nothing but pride left to lose. You always coming in hot, shooting straight from the hip. Then your foot seems to slip right past your lips by shooting off at the mouth, going off half-cocked. Yeah, you just keep buying rounds and taking cheap shots. You barking like a big dog in this one-horse town. Think you're the life of the party, but you bring everybody down. I know you don't need no backup. You got a 6 out in your truck. Oh, but I'm not impressed when you start pressing your luck. You always push it too far. They say it's time to go. And now you're standing in the parking lot all alone, staring at your phone, 'cause you was shooting off at the mouth and going off half-cocked. You just keep buying rounds and taking cheap shots, barking like a big dog in this one-horse town. Think you're the life of the party, but you bring everybody down. Strutting in like you a big man in your own hometown. But when your friends are laughing, they're only laughing at a clown. Hey, when your friends are laughing, they're only laughing at a clown.
Well, I do declare that was very nicely done there, Mr. Gustafer.
That'll be on the next record.
Nice, man. Yeah?
Yeah, it'll be on the next record. I've been playing that one for a while, and I like it, and other folks seem to like it, so, you know.
I think that one might be one that you might want to consider sliding up into that there chart thingy when it comes out. Might do
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna
right.
put like big arena rock drums and like shredding electric guitar solos on it. It'll be great.
Fantastic, dude. That's what I'm talking about. No, really, man. That is what that chart is really going to be for. I had some really cool.
I'm joking.
No, I know you are, and I think everybody else does too. I hope they do. If you didn't know, Gus is just joking, y'all. Take it easy on him. He works hard for the money. So hard for the money. Remember that song, Gus?
I do.
What you got for us, brother?
Oh man, I don't know. These songs all start to run together in my head.
That's what she said.
Is it? No, it's funny. I loved coming and doing these Sundays with you, but by Sunday most weeks I'm like,
I don't even know my name. Yeah.
I know. I'm like songs. What did I play yesterday? What did I play earlier today? What did I play?
I know my first name's Mark, and I think I fed my chickens.
I think the chickens are fed at my house too. I think the dog got fed. I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, I know the cat got fed.
That's somehow more important. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, man. If I don't feed her, I mean, the rooster can crow all at once. It's outside, but if I don't feed her, she's.
Yeah, the cat wants to get fed. The rooster wants to fight you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he thinks he's gonna win. Oh.
I think Allison Chains wrote a song about that.
To the little red rooster said, you don't come around my chicken shack like you used to. Little red hen to the little red rooster said, you don't come around my chicken shack like you used to. But I've been, I was, and I am mostly satisfied. Satisfied, tickled too, satisfied just to be with you. I was going downtown and my hat caved in, begun to come around and my pockets all full of tin. I was going downtown and my hat caved in, begun to come around and my pockets full of old frog skins. I've been, I was, and I am mostly satisfied. Satisfied, tickled too, satisfied just to be with you. Country in the high lonesome hills, crow by day, at night I hear a whippoorwill. I live in the country in the high lonesome hills, crow by day, at night I hear the whippoorwill. I've been, I was, and I am mostly satisfied. Satisfied and tickled too, satisfied just to be with you. 'Cause you're my baby, you're the one. Put your arms around me like a circle all around the sun. You're my baby, you're the one. Put your arms around me like a circle all around the sun. I've been, I was, and I am mostly satisfied. I'm satisfied and a tickled too, satisfied just to be with you. A little red hen to the little red rooster said, you don't come around my chicken shack like you used to. Little red hen to the little red rooster said, you don't come around my chicken shack like you used to. I've been, I was,
was, and I am mostly satisfied. I'm satisfied, yes, tickled too. Satisfied just to be with you, just to be here tonight playing and singing for all of you.
My man. Right after the bird cleaning story, he plays the chicken song.
It's like a stream of consciousness.
Yeah. No, that was cool, man. I like how you pulled that. Way to make that. Man, dude, you should have been an actor, too.
It's all acting.
Well, I know it is, isn't it?
The world's a stage, Mark.
Yeah, man. I've never heard that before. Stop
I just made it up.
Oh, man. Coin that phrase, trademark it quickly. Quickly before TikTok gets it. No, really.
So I got to start TikToking.
Yeah, TikTok, yeah. Hey, real quick, y'all watching at home, look at your screen real quick. There is Gus Clark's Spotify page. If you will do us a favor and do him a solid and go over there and like and follow and make sure you share it. It's real simple, man. I mean, like, I know. If it takes more than 8 seconds or 2 clicks, y'all are out, right? But just this one time. Just this one time for Gus.
Just for me.
Yes. Do it for Gus, the bus.
That's, people forget that this day and age with all the social media, really, like, I don't know, it's a funny game out there, and really, like, just promoting stuff for people that you like goes a long way,
I get a lot of emails and stuff. Well, how can I help the artist? And other than money, I don't have money, but how can I help? And I'm like, share, like,
put it on your page. Tell people, hey, check this out.
I'll do that.
Plus, I don't know, it feels good. Like, I like that when I show people that I know that love music something they haven't seen, somebody they might not know of. When I think, I think you really like this. It feels good. It feels like you're doing something good for your friend, for yourself, and for that artist. And it's a grassroots thing, Like, I was talking to a friend of mine down here in the area who's a very established songwriter, and Mark, you probably know who I'm talking about. And he was like, "Yeah, for $100,000, you can buy a music career. You can be the next big Texas star for $100,000."
Yeah, if you want to spend $100,000, yeah, it's there for the taking. But why? And it's really not a career, because you won't be doing it when you're 74 if you do it that way.
No, it's flash in the pan. I'm trying to.
That's it, baby.
Trying to sit up here on this stool till I can't anymore.
Right, man. Well, that's okay, dude. When you're in the wheelchair, bro, if I'm still around, man, I'll push you up the ramp and make sure your equipment's set up.
You'll push me off the dock. I know you.
Yeah, well, that too. But that's the after party, man.
I guess I'll do a little blues number for you. I kind of took from some old 1920s female blues artists and kind of mashed it all together. And those are all piano songs. So I figured out a way to kind of do it different on guitar. Because, I believe I'm such a nerd for American music and how the blues is the zydeco, is the country, is the swing. It's all related. Those terms we came up with afterwards. For a long time, people were just playing what they wanted to play. And I think the music has to stay alive. There's artists out there that are just sort of tribute to these other times. And I think that it's more suits my nature more to keep it a living, breathing thing, to tend to that little ember and keep it alive.
Every day. Down in Houston, I was drunk most every day. I drank so much whiskey, I thought I might pass away. Whiskey, whiskey, yeah, some folks down for. Whiskey, whiskey, yeah, some folks down for. If I don't get no whiskey, well, I just ain't no good at all.
back to New Orleans, 'cause that's the place I crave. Take me back to New Orleans, honey, that's the place I crave. I drink so much gin, it's gonna send me right to my grave. Well, way up in Austin, they love that good cocaine. Up in Austin, they love that good cocaine. They stay up for 3 days, man, I swear they've all gone insane. I was drunk when I laid down across your bed. You knew I was drunk when I laid down across your bed. All that whiskey I drank, baby, it went straight to my head. Whiskey, whiskey, yeah, some folks down for. Whiskey, whiskey, yeah, some folks downfall. If I don't get no whiskey, well, I just ain't no good at all. Thank you.
Talk to me about that one.
That came from there's a whole bunch of old female blues artists. I just did talk to you, but where you been, Mark?
No. I mean, talk to me about your plans for that one. What you're going to do with it.
Oh, we did. We went up to the studio in South Austin. It's cool. They got a spot out there. It's been out there since the 70s. And Jerry Jeff, a bunch of people have recorded out there. It's like you'd never know it going by the 8 acres that they've held on to down in South Austin. Really cool old barn they converted called it's called Cedar Creek. And we went out there and recorded. They were like, hey, you guys want to come out and we'll do a nice video in the studio for a song. And I grabbed the band and we're like, we're here and set up. Let's do 6 songs. So we did in 2.5 hours. So those are all going to be put out on a thing called Austin Artist Spotlight, even though I live here in Canyon Lake. I'm not an Austin artist. I just go up there and play for no money a lot.
Well, then, yeah, you're donating your gas. So you are an Austin artist.
The place is really cool. And so we're going to release those each as different videos. I did a Sam Cooke cover. I did some originals. I did that. We kind of tried to do it not only as a thing for fans and stuff already, but also as almost like a musical resume, something to have to send to more clubs to be like, here's an idea of the show. Here's a Western swing number, a honky tonk number, a blues number, some of the stuff where I'm playing an accordion. It sounds more Tex-Mex and Zydeco. To really just kind of be like, here's the idea of the 3 or 4 hour show you get when you hire us.
Yeah, I always try to get Gus to do the accordion thing on the show, but I mean, he tells me I gotta give him double pay if I do that because that's 2 instruments, not one, Mark. So it's like having another bandmate up there.
I gotta put on the wig and the whole other costume. Man. It's a thing.
No, but if you've never heard him play accordion, you guys are missing out. You have no idea.
Well, thanks, Mark. It's fun. It's a funny instrument. I've fallen in and out of love with it over the years. I've been playing it for, over 15 years and used to play a lot of different styles. And I kind of got really into it and then put it down and got really into it, put it down. I've been digging it more, but and people seem to really like it. It's funny. You go to certain places in the country and they're like accordion in a country band. And then down here in Texas, people are like, yeah, of course, Zydeco, Tex-Mex, Tejano, Norteño, Conjunto, Western swing. Of course there's accordion in a country band. Where you been? So it's fun and it's a fun instrument to play. And it's nice to have a little variety. I think especially the standard down here playing some of these 3-hour dance hall gigs and stuff. It's like mix it up, play something different. Because as much as I love a good swung shuffle 2-stepping band, 3 hours of anything's a lot, man.
It's too much, man. Yeah, people are playing it out, man. And all it does is it takes away from how special it used to be to go catch that 90-minute show of your favorite artist.
Yeah, and it's tough. I like it in ways just because I chose
watered down.
I chose to play music for a living because I enjoy it. So it's like once we're set up, as my steel player Burton said, Once the sword's out of the sheath, let's split the universe, you know?
Right. But I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that.
Right? Like, I'm set up. I'm here. Let's do the damn thing.
I like that. I like that. That's good. Hey, let's get 2 more, man. We're going to call it a night. I appreciate you coming out and doing this for us. And,
Thanks for having me, Mark. I always like coming and playing.
Yeah, man. It's
For
always,
Texas Internet Radio,
I
presented
know.
by Texas Select Beverage and many other things.
We've
Here
got
at
10,000 things.
here at Goofy's in Canyon Lake.
Yeah, man.
Brought to you by Birds
And stuff.
and Bird Dust,
And bird
bird things.
turds.
The Mark Sebby fertilizer company. Come on, you got it.
Yes, we do. We've got tons of fertilizer. I hear the price of fertilizer's even gone up.
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer. It's better than fertilizer.
Here's a song I wrote a few years back about trying to do some good in the world.
And
kind of
Budweiser.
Don't get me started. I don't even know what to make of that. I'll say this: nothing is an accident.
Bud.
You read the paper, shake your head and say, what a shame. But in a week, can you recall their names? Well, people are cruel and the world isn't fair. So I'm sending out all of my thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, a whole lot of good they'll do. I'd send money, but my bills are overdue. And these empty gestures, somehow they get me through. Sending thoughts and prayers to you. Another young man shot down in the streets or overseas. Oh, and his mama falls down crying on her knees, 'cause she knows her boy could never get a deal that's square. So she's asking you to send your thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, whole lot of good they'll do. I'd send money, but my bills are overdue. And these empty gestures, somehow they'll get her through. Sending thoughts and prayers to you. I can't afford to pay attention, I can barely pay my rent. Can't keep track of how all my time and my money gets spent. I don't have no answers, and I'm doing my best to care. So I'll send out all of my little thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, a whole lot of good they'll do. I'd send money, but my bills are overdue. And these empty gestures, somehow they'll get us through. Sending thoughts and prayers to you. I'm sending thoughts and prayers to you. I'll keep sending thoughts and prayers to you.
There's another one if it hadn't officially, well, it hadn't been on that chart. So there's another one I'd suggest.
Thanks, man. I think it was quite a while ago you put that on a nice mix for compilation for veterans and stuff.
I did.
I thought that was real cool.
Yeah, man. It's a good song, dude.
Thanks, man. I don't know, trying to just all the things I think about, just trying to be a good person, you know.
It's hard in this world.
It's not that hard. That's really the thing, honestly.
How do you go about it, man?
Help people when you can, you know.
Yeah, that part of it. Yeah, I'm just talking about and doing it with a smile, and you know,
because it's a choice, man. People are, you know, what Mark Twain say. People are about as happy as I reckon they choose to be, you know. And I think
that's a good quote.
You know, I think I have to remind myself that on a daily basis, I get grumpy and pissed off and frustrated and down on everything, and it's like you can choose to go through life. Bringing positivity out there, you can keep everybody down in the muck with you, and positivity is a choice, man. You know, you gotta look for the bright side and count your blessings and put that forth. I mean, I was talking to my band the other day about that. You know, even when we play some of these shows where it's like real joy is contagious and palpable, and if you're up there having fun and putting positivity out into the world, whether people are conscious of it or not, they're gonna pick up on that. You know.
Amen, brother. That was very there you go, rookies out there watching. Mr. Gus just gave you a nugget of wisdom.
Yeah, because if you get up there, whether you're solo or with a band, if you get up there and you're all,
you're gonna push.
These people don't appreciate me. They're gonna
shit show.
Yeah. Well, people can, you know, even if you're not saying that, people can pick up on it. People pick up on your whatever you want to call it, your vibe.
Your vibe,
energy,
yeah.
You know, like
your body language, your face, all of it.
Yeah, and so whether it's like I don't know, I was raised that way. It's the person at the grocery store or the bank or whatever, choose to make that a positive interaction rather than bringing your grumpy bullshit.
All right. Well, I'm on that grumpy bullshit, man.
Now here's our super depressing song. No,
yeah, right. Now we're going to pull out the most depressing, wrist slicing, song that we could
No, I'll take you out with a song I wrote about. This is about a bar in particular, but it's kind of any old dive bar honky tonk at the end of the night. Called Shutting Down the Honky Tonks. The dance floor's getting slippery. Somebody must have spilt their drink. The men's room toilet's backed up. Somebody threw up in the sink. And the bartender is weary, shouting out last call. As a sad man up on stage croons out hello walls. Well, it's closing time at the honky-tonk. You got time for just one more. The party's almost over, so start heading towards the door. Yes, you had a few drinks, had a few dances. What more could you want? There's no more show, it's time to go. We're shutting down the honky-tonk. Well, the girls look sad and lonely, 'cause the boys don't want to dance. They just stand there sipping cold ones. Well, brother, they don't stand a chance. And the band is still a-picking and kicking off another song. And if this bar could just stay open, I know they'd play it all night long. But it's closing time at the honky-tonk. You got time for just one more. The party's almost over, so start heading towards the door. Yes, you had a few drinks, had a few dances. What more could you want? There's no more show, it's time to go. Shutting down the honky-tonk. Well, the lights have all come on and the stools have been put up. Yeah, the cocktail waitress makes her rounds, stacking up the plastic cups.
and everybody's out front smoking, feeling way past all right, saying, I know I gotta work in the morning, but I'm coming back tomorrow night. Now it's closing time at the honky-tonk. You got time for just one more. The party's almost over, so start heading towards the door. Yes, you had a few drinks, had a few dances. What more could you want? There's no more show, it's time to go. We're shutting down the honky-tonk. Yes, there's no more show, it's time to go. Yeah, we're shutting down the honky-tonk.
Oh, yeah. Nice, man. Nice. All right, well, Gus, we will probably be seeing you sooner than later.
Seems likely.
Yeah, man.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah, all that good stuff, man. Yeah, Gus could probably just close the whole show out by now. As many times as he's been on it, he could tell you exactly what I'd say. But I'm gonna throw a curveball tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. How about this? For those of y'all that tuned in and listened, thank you so much and watched. And bye.
See you later. Thanks, Mark.
Second. Oh, yeah. Nice, man. Nice. All right, well, Gus, we will probably be seeing you sooner than later.
Seems likely.
Yeah, man.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah, all that good stuff, man. Yeah, Gus could probably just close the whole show out by now. As many times as he's been on it, he could tell